Friday, Friday, Zone of Potential Quick Zaps time. I am your host, Coach Corinne. Last week, we covered your health, how it can affect not only your physical being, but also your mental state. This week, we'll focus on relationships, relationship complexities. These quick zaps are primarily focused on helping professionals transition to new jobs, new careers, or into retirement. But keep in mind, with these follow-on videos, you can zap any areas of your life, especially with this relationship one, as you have relationships with everything around you. So a quick reminder before we move on that not only will this video be posted within or on YouTube, but you'll also have access to all of my YouTube videos on a link from my website, ZoPotential.com. It's the website is under construction, and once it's fully up and operational, you'll also have access to a free downloadable tool called Creating Pathways Within Your Zone of Potential. It's a workbook or a journal that you can use to navigate through to what you want. And then finally, I've been creating weekly newsletters called Ponderous Points, and these are topics based on topics that you deal with in scenarios throughout your weeks. I do take requests, so if there's a topic that you would like me to cover, or you have topics of your own and you have products of your own that you'd like me to share, send me an email at corinne.schultz@zoneofpotential.com, and we'll talk about how we move forward with that. So let's join together and address our relationship complexities. You know how we struggle with our relationships? You know, the ones with people, activities, objects, pets, ourselves. We want so much to get out of relationships that aren't working for us. We want to improve the ones that are important to us, or find ones that will add value to our lives. The problem is we get stuck. There's something about ourselves or how we see the situation that stops us from having the relationships we want. And we both know if we keep relationships that are not healthy, that we really don't want, that are undesirable or unhelpful, or they just don't fit, then we'll settle. We'll settle again for something that is less than what we deserve. Ultimately, the decisions we make about our relationships could impact all areas of our lives, to include our health. Can you imagine having an incredible relationship with your spouse, your partner, your family members, your co-workers, your pets, the objects that you do have around you, the events that go on throughout the day? Imagine transforming mediocre relationships into something more meaningful. Can you envision what life would be like if you got rid of unhealthy relationships and created new ones that were meant to be within your life? What would that look like for you? What are you telling yourself right now about the relationships that you have? How will you feel knowing that you can truly have what is meant to be for you? Now, we've all had relationships that worked, and we've also had ones that have gone awry. Have you moved on from those relationships that have not worked? Or are you just carrying that baggage to another relationship? Have you identified what you should do instead? Have you picked up new relationships that were the same as the ones you just eliminated, only to settle once again? When are you going to get the support and the help that you need to move forward and not look back? If you're struggling with your relationships, with any of your relationships, with anything, and you have a strong desire to move forward, but you don't know how, or you don't know how to stay on track, together we can take a look at your relationship needs. We can do it one-on-one. We can do it in couples. We can do it in a group, depending on what the topic is or the situation is. We can look at what's important to you for your relationship needs. Develop a plan to strengthen your valued partnerships. Create different relationships and terminate unhealthy ones. We can really dig deep into the areas that concern you most about your relationships. And then identify the techniques that are going to be helpful to hold you accountable for what you want, the goals you set for yourself. We relate to everything around us. Relationships are foundational to life, and you can create happiness for yourself through your commitment to groom or end their interactions in your life, or create new ones that are helpful and healthy. You have the right to choose who and what you relate to, and you can only control you in the process. Where are you in your relationships? And are you ready to shed what's not working so you can make room for what will? Thanks for joining me today. Please don't forget, if you're not already receiving my Ponderous Points newsletters, send me an email to corinne.schultz@zonapotential.com and I'll put you on news group. And if you do have a topic that you would like me to create something, to create a newsletter or a video, or you have one of your own, send me an email and we'll talk about our way forward with that. And until next Friday, I wish you much enjoyment in creating and grooming your relationships within your zone of potential. Bye for now.